Hello everyone and welcome to our 3D market commentary. Today is April 17, this is week 16, 2023, and my name is Jose Blasco. It is my pleasure to go over key markets as the week begins. Today is Monday, isn't it? So in 1 hour time, the US equity market will start trading, and it's a great time to have like a proper review of key relevant markets so we can plan ahead for the week ahead, and therefore we are preparing ourselves to have a great trading week. Welcome to the session again. We are gonna go over multiple markets, the ones that you can see on our newsletter that we have on our LinkedIn page, Trade with UFOs. You can find it there before the bell in 3D week 16. And again, if you subscribe to this newsletter, which is obviously free, you also get it on the inbox. So if you cannot watch these videos live, you can always get the information which is relevant on your email inbox, which then allows you to do your review by yourself. The 5 markets that we're going to cover are the S&P 500, largest equity index market in the world; crude oil, largest energy market in the world; gold, largest metal; US dollar, most important and relevant currency in the world; and finally Bitcoin, which is the largest and most relevant cryptocurrency in the world. We're going to start with the S&P, and we're going to be looking at real-time markets here on TradingView. So I'm going to compare what we have on the news flash versus what we have on the screen, which is basically the same, but just so I explain it so you can read it yourself in future occasions, again, if you cannot attend this video stream live. So what do we have here? Well, first of all, we have the S&P 500 future in a daily time frame, and we can see how the climate, it's blue color, thick dot. We are dealing with a confirmed climate to the upside. This is what we have here, and this is what you can see here with the thumbs up. Okay, this is when it comes to market direction. Statistically speaking, the market is more likely going to go up than down based on our technology and all the settings attached to the technology. Then we have the UFO zones. For the ones of you new to our community, UFO stands for on-field orders. So we have on-field orders to sell located at 42.58, which we can see here on the chart. If I scroll down a bit, 42.58, here's the red UFO. The market is expected to react to these price points because of the on-field orders getting filled, and we may see selling pressure starting at 42.58, which could be a great entry point for a short or a good exit point for a long, as well as buy on-field orders located at 40.39.5, which is what we get to see here with the green UFO, with the on-field orders at 40.39.5, as you can see here, which again, great idea to take profits if you're short at this price point, and also a great idea, again, depending on your methodologies, if you trade in the direction of the trend or against the trend, and many other components of your methodologies, could be a great idea as well to set that price point, that price range as an entry. Expected moves, those are calculated based on the implied volatility of options on the S&P in this case. And basically, for 4 out of 5 markets that we're going to review today, we will conclude that the volatilities are coming down a little bit. The expected moves are lesser if we compare with the expected moves from the last week. We are talking about 44, almost 45 points a day for the S&P, 98, almost 99 points a week for the S&P, 205 plus points a month for the S&P. Again, the last week was a little more. I don't remember the exact values, obviously, but it was a little more, so it came down. We're going to see that repeated across crude oil, gold, as well as the dollar index, but you will see later how with the cryptocurrencies, actually the opposite is true. So we got the S&P out of the way. Let's now focus on crude oil. So here is crude oil. If I scroll the chart down a bit, so you can see the red UFO right there, the green UFO right below price. We are dealing with a confirmed climate to the upside. So on the newsletter, we're going to have a thumbs up for crude oil, with sell on field orders located at 84.06 and buy on field orders located at 81.81. Again, looking at the chart, you can see 84.06 is right here. That's the red UFO, and 81.81 is right here, which is the green UFO right here. Notice how on the last trading day, price actually went to say hello to 81.81, and we can see how the lowest point of crude oil futures was 81.76, and us on-field orders to buy were kicking in price went back higher. So it seems that price is trying to test this price level again. Our technology still suggests that there are unfilled orders available. That's why we still have the UFO there, even though we had a kiss to that UFO on the last trading day. But the UFO is still on the screen, which suggests unfilled orders are still available, and therefore a trading opportunity is possible, again, depending on your rules. Market volatility a little less than the last week, 1.69 points a day, 3.72 points a week, 7.74 points a month. That's the expected move. This is out of looking at implied volatilities on options on crude oil futures. Gold is the next market that we're going to analyze. Let me bring it to the screen real time. And when looking at gold, so we can see that this market is not showing any red UFO on the screen. There is a little bit of red showing on the climate. Notice it's a thin dot. It's not a thick dot. It's a thin dot. And that means that, statistically speaking, that climate is undefined, unconfirmed, and therefore there is not a clear directional component, and therefore if you trade the daily time frame and if you use autoclimate, so then not trading gold for today would be probably the wisest choice, given the fact that we don't have a statistical advantage by either getting long or short. Again, if you use our tools and the same time frame, if you use a lower time frame or a larger time frame, you may have a different market opportunity, but based on the daily time frame, that's what we got. So now it's red, meaning that there is a little bit of a directional component to the downside. And when looking at the news later, you can see the thumbs down here. No sell on field orders, and the buy on field orders are located at 1942.5 in the case of gold, which is that green UFO right here. Okay, so we will need that down climate to propagate a bit more to the downside to get to a wise buying price point a bit lower. Again, all of this is depending on your methodologies. I'm just defining what we get to see on the screen. Okay, some of you may be counter trend traders, some of you may be trend traders, and that may validate or invalidate the trade I just mentioned. So again, there are many ways on how to trade, but obviously the tools are very useful to plan entries and exits, isn't it? Expected moves on gold: 21.82 points a day, 48.04 points a week, and exactly 100 points a month. Either up or down. This is speed of movement, again extracted in this case from options on gold futures. Next market to analyze is the US dollar index. We are looking at the US dollar index futures, and we can see how this market is moving down. We are dealing with a down climate, which is confirmed. So the directional component to the downside is confirmed. Having said that, there are no on-field orders until much higher. So that is something to keep in mind, because we may have a violent move to the upside that changes the climate aggressively, and that could be just simply by the fact that there are no sell on field orders anywhere close by, and therefore with no sellers on board anywhere to the current price. So buyers may start chasing price to the upside because no one is selling, or no one is a very extreme case. To say very few sellers are open to sell unless price gets to 103.895, which is the meat of the sell orders has been identified by the technology. So with the US dollar, we are talking about a down climate. We sell on field orders located at 103.895. They are buy on field orders, but we need to go down all the way to 97.85. So if I was to shrink just to give you full visibility, here is where the green UFO is. And then when it comes to speed of movement, this market also has reduced the speed of movement to 0.49 points a day, 1.08 points a week, 2.26 points of expected move in a month, either up or down. Last market for us to analyze for today is Bitcoin futures, in this case, bakkt Bitcoin trading in the ICE exchange. So I'm going to look at that. Here we go. And what we can see on this market, autoclimate is loading now, is that we are in a confirmed up climate. We are trading inside of a red UFO. So price has been inside the red UFO for a while. For a moment, it seemed that it was going to the moon. Of course, the on-field orders acted in a way where it stopped prices from progressing to the upside. Bitcoin is currently trading at 29,995. Sorry, 29,950. So it seems to be coming down. Of course, we got buy on field orders lower. So it doesn't mean it's going to crash and go to zero. There's always a little bit of drama attached to cryptocurrencies. So it's just like any other market, really. Price goes from where the buy orders are until it finds the sell orders and vice versa. But of course, in this case, because we're in an up climate, so I would assume that unless we have a change of indication. By the way, AutoClimate is free and you can download it in on our website in case you don't have it. So unless there is a change of indication from blue to red, so then probably Bitcoin will go down by a bit and come back up, and this red UFO, these red unfilled orders may end up getting fully filled, and then we may get to see Bitcoin travel all the way to 35,000, which is where we have the next pocket of sell unfilled orders. So far, that's where we are at. And if I was to reconfirm this information with the newsletter, so we are in an up climate, sell unfilled orders located at 29,432, which is more or less where we are, and buy unfilled orders located at 24,800. This market is the one that has been picking up some volatility. So we are talking about almost 1,500 points a day, 3,000 plus points a week, almost 7,000 points in a month, either up or down. That is relatively more volatility compared to what we had in the prior week. Great. So we're getting close to the end of this market commentary. We are to talk about the economic calendar. Before, please give me an opportunity to mention the three pillars that support what we do. You probably know that. If you know us already, if you're new, listen carefully, because we are a technology company. We provide patented trading technologies to provide traders with an edge. But of course, we may have the best apps in the world, but if we don't support and teach you and coach you on how to use the technology, then we will not provide a complete service. And in that sense, we also have many, many courses on our site that you could register for that will help you to learn how to use the technology or trade better, or all of the above. And by the way, when you register for one of our courses, you get multiple months of access to our technologies for free. And then we also do coaching in the form of live trading sessions, in the form of open meetings like later today at 10:30 a.m. New York time. We will be running a live meeting on our website, which is free to attend for everyone, as long as you have a username on the website, which is free to have. So you can do that if you haven't done it yet, and you could join us later. When the meeting is running at 10:30 a.m. New York time. Having said that, economic calendar, I would say a little bit of a quiet week when it comes to red-colored, high-impact reports. Notice that when it comes to U.S. markets, there is nothing. It doesn't mean that there are no news on the U.S. market or economic reports. There is always something going on in the U.S. markets. In this case, there would be orange color, so medium impact. So they are not in the screenshot here. We have some numbers like housing, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But really nothing that is so much of a high impact. A bunch of holidays are there. And of course, some important news like unemployment rate in the UK, things like that. But again, as always, I like to focus on the US market because it's the most relevant market in the world these days. Is for decades, for decades and decades, and still to this day, it's the most relevant market worldwide. So I try to be pragmatic with my comments here. Books, if you like to read, we are proud to have our book Mystery to Mastery series to have been designated #1 new release in 3 different categories on Amazon. And while it's a forex book, the reality is that this book teaches you how to trade whatever you trade, because whatever you trade is in the end a currency, isn't it? Even stocks, the trading currency, right? Trading dollars or in pounds or euros, or depending on the country where you trade, it's still a currency. So this book can help everyone to trade better, no matter what you trade. And if you're a forex trader, even better. You can purchase our book here, and the book will grant you access to one of our courses and also access to the technology for free. So again, very, very committed to supporting you guys. And by the way, the book is available on paperback format, but also on ebook format. And the book can be found as low as $3.88. So I guess you understand why I said that we are really committed to supporting you. And no matter who you are, including for the brand new traders, with limited means to trade. So again, this is an opportunity to even discover if trading is for you or not. Get yourself in a proper place to learn properly, to get tools to practice for multiple months, all of it for the simple and very low price point of the cost of a book. Okay, this is our approach, and this is how we operate. These are the three pillars I mentioned before, and this was the session for today. It's been my pleasure, as always, to guide you into this beginning of the week live stream where we do our 3D market commentary. Hopefully, this was useful to you, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great trading week, and see you soon. Bye bye.